As a speaker, you have only 30 seconds to grab the audience's attention. So either you get their attention or they completely ignore you. Fair. So the first 30 seconds makes a world of difference. But even if you got the audience's attention at the onset in the beginning, what if they lose interest after some time? They get bored. Then what? I know how much it kills your spirit when the mobile starts coming out. When you notice people secretly texting from their devices, on their laps, under the tables. What happened to the first few seconds of magic that you'd created? That magical spell that you created seems to have lost its effect. Earlier they were looking at you, they were leaning forward, they were nodding when you said something. You did inspire their interest right off the bat with a shocking statement or a catchy, eye-opening statistic. But now they've started yawning. They're slouching. They're looking at their watches. Some are looking at the door. Some are tapping their feet. So, this episode is all about making your talk smart past its effective opening, past those 30 magical seconds. You did catch their interest in the beginning, but in this episode, I will share with you 3 smart and effective tricks that I or my students have personally used, tried and tested, and found effective to re-engage the audience. I'm not going to let you waste your communication opportunity with a bad joke, with some sad rambling, or some pointless sentences full of because once you lose your listener's focus, chances are you may not get it back. Please note that in English language, attention is paid because attention is a valuable currency. When listeners pay attention, they are paying you with a reward. So you better value it. Without further ado, let's move on to our tricks on how to re-engage an audience and make them really interested in you yet again. Let's roll. We all have moments like this when we're about to be assassinated by bored listeners. You're on the stage, speaking excitedly, but the audience is not. I'm going to shoot up some tricks that will be your life saviors. I'll show you what to do at that time. If you truly want to inform, educate, or inspire people, you must learn not only how to capture their attention, but also re-engage with them whenever necessary. So this trick works well when you're on stage or you're talking to more than a few people and have an option to circulate. I've personally found this trick very effective to reclaim audience attention almost always. So the first trick coming up. What I do to use this trick is that first of all, I forget that I'm a tree or a plant or a building. I remind myself that I'm a human. And what do humans do? Humans move, right? So I move. I move to a different part of the stage. If you try to stay behind a podium or a dais like some presenters do when giving a speech, they sound distant to an audience and fixated and unrelatable. Someone who's away, who's not a part of them. And more than often, if you're on a podium or a dais, you have notes. What you miss if you do that is leveraging a huge opportunity of moving. Imagine you've been speaking to the audience from one place. You see the same front row people, they see the same you. Now just imagine, you move to a different part of the stage. Imagine just the opposite part of the stage, the other side. You face a different set of front row owners. You look at different faces. Different new faces notice a new you, a new side of you. Whether out of surprise or just because they try to be nice to you or they decide to be nice to you, your sudden closeness to them will make them focus on you. They will notice you yet again. The old ones, well, have you heard of the word FOMO? Fear of missing out? Well, they will have FOMO, the previous ones. Suddenly, they can't take you for granted. So what is the end result? You re-engage with the whole audience by remembering that you're not a plant or a tree or a building. So just by moving, just by replanting yourself, just by leveraging your physical presence, you've got their attention. So who doesn't like attention? We all do, right? The baby wants mom's attention, mom wants dad's attention, dad wants his boss's attention, boss wants customer's attention, and so on and so forth. Just like you want the attention of your audience, trust me, they all want some attention too. But just imagine you speaking to 500 people at one time, suppose. You obviously can't pay attention to all 500, right? You're human. But there is something you can do. And the second trick is just that. You need to make it about them. If you make it about them, they will want to listen. And how do you make it about them? How do you make them center stage? How do you make them participative? I'm just going to show you how. A great way to capture the audience's attention and re-engage them is to invite them to participate. Perhaps you can ask for a show of hands. You invite someone on stage. You ask a question that requires response. You invite the audience to play a game of sorts. Or you use an audience's member as a demonstration participant. Just make it about them. Construct a feedback exercise instead of relying on yourself to remember your subject and all you had to say. Let them take center stage. Let them interact with you and interact with each other. Even if it means building a game of Chinese whisper within your speech, they will all be more engaged. Just ask for a volunteer to participate in some exercise. See the magic unfold. Many people who did not get a chance in the first exercise will pay attention so that they raise their hands timely for the next time. You're asking for a volunteer. They all want to be participating in that. They are all interested. So that's the trick number 2 for re-engaging the audience. Have you ever noticed how kids begin to attentively listen to their parents when they hear the words, "once upon a time"? That reactions, believe you me, continues when we become adults. In fact, we do this every day. In our conversations, everyday conversations. Remember going home and telling your family, "Hey, guess what happened today?" And you begin telling them the story, whatever happened that day. And the fact is that everyone is interested in hearing that story. But just one tip here, keep it short, keep it relevant to the point you're trying to make. Do not overload it with details or you'll bore them. So the third trick that I'm hinting at today to re-engage and reconnect with the crowd by peppering your speech or your talk or your conversation is with a story. Any story. Because any story draws attention. We humans are wired for stories. So build a story into your speech, into your talk, into your conversation and reignite their interest, reconnect with them, re-engage with them. To me, attention is either commanded, demanded, or earned. You as a speaker have the responsibility to do all three. So you command, demand, and earn this attention with effective communication. Whether it is neck down attention, I mean when the listener is looking down yet paying attention to you, or it's neck up attention. where your listener is forced to pay attention. You command, demand, and earn it smoothly, effectively. Obviously, there's only so much I can put in one episode, so one personal suggestion. I'd suggest you hear my related podcasts, especially about how to persuade an audience, or how to avoid filler words, or how to make the audience listen to you in combination with this episode. Thank you for listening to this episode of Communicate 101 Speaking Writing Tips with Sarika Singh. If you want to be notified of upcoming episodes, be sure to hit the subscribe button and follow the podcast. I'll be back to share more stories, more life experiences, and more communication tips every Friday. If you want to reach me or connect with me, just put your comments in the comment box below or mail me at info@sarikasingh.in. I know you're going to rate and review this podcast, so a big thank you in advance. Stay tuned and think about what we talked today.